Ladies and gentlemen, hear me loud and clear. You weren't born to settle. You weren't born to be average. You weren't born to just breathe, eat, work, and sleep. You were born to conquer. You were born to rise above the storms that try to break you. You were born to thrive, even when life tries to bury you. Some of you have been playing small for too long. You've been hiding your greatness because you're afraid of failure, afraid of judgment, afraid of the grind it takes to win. But I need you to hear me. Your life will not change until you decide to step into the ring and fight for what's yours. The world doesn't give crowns to those who wait. It gives them to those who refuse to quit. You have mountains to climb, battles to win, dreams to bring to life, and no one is going to hand them to you. You've got to earn them. You've got to fight with every ounce of your soul. When you wake up tomorrow, you need to stop asking, can I do this? And start telling yourself, I will do this. Because when you believe in the fight, when you trust the process, and when you refuse to quit, you become unstoppable. Pain will try to hold you back. Fear will try to paralyze you. Doubt will try to whisper that you're not enough. But deep inside you, there's a warrior that's ready to roar. And the moment you unleash that warrior, you'll break through barriers you thought were impossible. So today, stop letting life push you around. Stand up, take your place, own your greatness. You were not created to survive. You were born to conquer. You weren't born to settle. You were born to conquer. Let that sink in for a moment. There's a reason your heart races when you think about your dreams. There's a reason you feel that fire inside every time you imagine yourself winning. It's because deep down, you know you were created for more than just existing. You know, you weren't put here just to go through the motions. You weren't designed to live a life of just enough. You were built to rise, to fight, to dominate the very challenges that stand in your way. Look around you. How many people are living a life they're not proud of? Not because they lack talent, but because they've convinced themselves that playing small is safe. Safe will never give you fulfillment. Safe will never satisfy the hunger in your soul. You were given dreams that scare you for a reason. You were given a vision so big that it keeps you up at night for a reason. That's life telling you you're capable of more. But the problem is, too many people bury that voice. They drown it out with excuses, distractions, and fear. You got to understand, life isn't going to roll out a red carpet for you. It's going to throw obstacles, pain, and resistance in your face. And you have two choices: either settle for what life gives you or take what you came for. You have power inside you that you haven't even tapped into yet. Power that's waiting for you to wake it up. Power that comes alive when you decide enough is enough. Stop waiting for the perfect time. It doesn't exist. Stop waiting for permission. Nobody's going to hand it to you. The moment you decide to go all in, that's the moment your life starts to change. The moment you take responsibility for your future, you step into your destiny. And that destiny is not mediocrity. That destiny is greatness. Every challenge you face, every setback you survived, every tear you cried, it was preparing you for this moment. It was shaping you, building you, and making you strong enough to claim what's yours. You were never meant to blend in, to be invisible, to live unnoticed. You were meant to stand out, to be seen, to make your presence felt. You were meant to rise above the noise, break the chains, and show the world that nothing can hold you back, because you weren't born to settle. You were born to conquer. Fear and doubt are the chains that keep most people locked in a prison of their own mind. They're invisible, but they're heavy. They're not made of steel, yet they're stronger than any wall you'll ever face. Fear whispers, what if you fail? Doubt echoes, you're not good enough. And the more you listen, the tighter those chains wrap around you. They rob you of opportunities. They steal your potential, and they bury your dreams before they even have the chance to breathe. But here's the truth. Fear is a liar. Doubt is a thief. They only have power when you give it to them. The moment you decide to move anyway, even while you're scared, those chains begin to loosen. Fear can't stop you if you keep walking. Doubt can't defeat you if you keep showing up. Every step forward is a hammer blow against the shackles trying to hold you down. The problem is, most people wait to feel ready before they move. They wait until they feel confident before they take the leap. That moment never comes. Confidence doesn't show up before you start. It's built through action. You have to do the thing while your hands are shaking, while your voice is trembling, while every part of you is screaming to turn back. Because every time you push through, fear loses its grip. Fear and doubt will disguise themselves as logic, telling you to play it safe, to take the easy road. But deep inside, you know that easy never made anyone legendary. Easy never built empires. Easy never changed lives. Fear will tell you to shrink. Doubt will tell you to wait. But champions know you don't wait. You attack. You push into the very thing that scares you. Because on the other side of fear is freedom. And on the other side of doubt is destiny. You've got to break those chains. You've got to refuse to let a voice in your head decide the outcome of your life. Fear will always be there. Doubt will always try to creep in. But the warrior inside you has to be louder. You've got to tell fear, you don't own me, and tell doubt, you don't define me. You have to step forward, even if the ground shakes beneath your feet, because fear and doubt only win when you stop moving. Life rewards those who fight, not those who wait. Too many people sit on the sidelines watching opportunities pass them by, hoping that one day their moment will come. They think if they're patient enough, if they just wait long enough, success will knock on their door. But here's the reality. Life doesn't hand out victories to spectators. It crowns the warriors who step into the arena, take the hits, and keep swinging no matter how many times they get knocked down. The truth is, waiting feels safe. It feels comfortable. You tell yourself you're planning, you're preparing, but deep down, you're avoiding the fight. You're letting fear and uncertainty convince you that standing still is the smarter choice. But every second you wait, someone else is out there grinding, learning, improving, and taking the opportunities you left on the table. Life is a battlefield, and in battle, hesitation is the quickest way to lose. When you fight, you're not just proving something to the world. You're proving something to yourself. Every challenge you face, every obstacle you overcome, every time you push through when you want to quit, you're building a version of yourself that can handle more, achieve more, and become more. The fight shapes you. It turns your weakness into strength, your fear into courage, your doubt into determination. You don't have to feel ready to start throwing punches at life. You just have to step up and swing. You have to decide that you're not going to let another day slip away without making progress toward your vision. You have to be willing to lose, willing to fail, willing to take the hits, because those hits are what make you dangerous. A fighter who's never been tested doesn't know how strong they are. But a fighter who's been through the fire, who's been knocked down and still got back up, that's someone life can't stop. The world doesn't owe you anything. It doesn't care how long you've been waiting, how badly you want it, or how many times you wished for it. It responds to action, to effort, to persistence. Every step you take into the fight sends a message that you're here to win. And when you show up again and again, even when it's hard, life starts to respect your hustle and reward your grind, because it always gives the crown to the one who refuses to stop fighting. Belief in yourself is the foundation of unstoppable growth. You can have all the skills, all the resources, and all the opportunities in the world, but if you don't believe you can win, you've already lost before you've even started. Your belief is the fuel that ignites your actions, the voice that tells you to keep going when everything around you says quit. Without it, every setback feels like proof you're not enough. With it, every setback becomes a setup for a comeback. People will doubt you. They will question your abilities, laugh at your dreams, and tell you to be realistic. But the most dangerous thing isn't their doubt. That's when you start to believe them. The moment you allow someone else's opinion to outweigh your own belief, you hand them the keys to your destiny. You cannot let the world dictate what you're capable of. You have to decide that no matter what happens, no matter how long it takes, you will bet on yourself every single time. Belief isn't built in comfort. It's forged in the moments you push through exhaustion, when you get up after being knocked down, when you show up on the days you don't feel like it. Every time you keep going, you're proving to yourself that you're stronger than you thought. And the stronger that belief becomes, the bigger the risks you're willing to take, the higher you're willing to aim, the more unstoppable you become. You have to see it in your mind before you can hold it in your hands. That vision you keep imagining, the business you want to build, the body you want to have, the life you want to live, it starts in your head. If you can't see yourself winning, you'll never do the work required to win. But when you see it so clearly that you can feel it, taste it, breathe it, you'll start moving differently. You'll speak differently. You'll walk into rooms with a presence that makes people pay attention because your belief will radiate from you. And understand this, belief is contagious. When you believe in yourself with everything you've got, it inspires others to believe in you too. Doors start opening. Opportunities start finding you. People want to be around you because your confidence reminds them of what's possible for their own lives. That's the power of belief. It turns ordinary people into unstoppable forces. Pain is not your enemy. It's your training ground. Every ache, every setback, Every moment you thought you couldn't go on was shaping you into the person you need to be to carry the weight of your dreams. Pain doesn't come to destroy you. It comes to prepare you. It teaches you how to endure, how to adapt, and how to rise when the ground beneath you feels like it's falling apart. Without pain, you would never develop the strength required to win at the highest level. Most people run from pain. The moment it shows up, they quit. They tell themselves it's a sign they're going the wrong way. But the truth is, pain is a sign you're in the right place. Growth never happens in comfort. Every great victory has a price, and pain is part of the payment. When your muscles burn in the gym, that's not weakness, that's transformation. When your mind feels stretched beyond its limit, that's not failure, that's expansion. Pain is proof that you're in the process of becoming more than you were yesterday. You have to stop seeing pain as punishment and start seeing it as preparation. Every time you push through it, you're building resilience. Every time you endure it, you're increasing your capacity to handle more. And the more you can handle, the higher you can climb. Pain is sharpening you. It's removing the parts of you that can't survive at the next level and replacing them with discipline, toughness, and grit. Think about it. Every champion has a story of pain. The sleepless nights, the losses, the sacrifices, the moments where quitting seemed easier than going on. But they didn't stop. They embraced the pain. They learned from it, and they let it shape them into something unbreakable. That's the difference between those who win and those who fade away. Winners understand that pain is not a wall, it's a doorway. And when you walk through that doorway, you carry with you a strength that no one can take away. You become the kind of person who can handle pressure, who can thrive under fire, who can look pain in the face and say, "You will not break me." Because pain has already done its work. It has built you into a warrior who refuses to back down. Owning your greatness is your responsibility, not a choice. You weren't given your talents, your vision, your unique voice just to keep them hidden. The world is waiting for what you have, and hiding it isn't humility. It's neglecting your purpose. There are people who will only find hope, strength, or courage because you decided to stand up and be who you were meant to be. When you shrink yourself, you rob them of that chance. Too many people are waiting for someone to validate them, to give them permission to shine. But you can't wait for applause before you step on stage. You have to own your place, own your abilities, own the fact that you have something powerful to offer. That means speaking when your voice shakes, stepping forward when the spotlight feels too bright, and pushing forward even when you feel unworthy. Owning your greatness means taking full responsibility for what you can become. It's easy to blame circumstances, people, or the past for why you're not where you want to be. But none of that changes the fact that the pen is in your hand. You write the story. You decide how the next chapter goes. And the only way to write a story worth telling is to step into the fullness of who you are, unapologetically. There will be critics, there will be doubters, but your job isn't to silence them. It's to be so relentless in your growth, so bold in your pursuit that their words can't touch you. Your light was never meant to be dimmed to make others comfortable. You were built to stand tall, to inspire, to lead. And when you truly own that, you stop chasing the life you want and start creating it. Because the moment you take responsibility for your greatness, you stop being just another person in the crowd. You become the reason others believe they can rise too.